In this topic, we will going to discuss about formatting numbers and strings. So formatting numbers and strings is a common task when you are working within Julia or any other program. I remember my days like around almost 17 or 18 years back when I was learning about C++. We were using the function printf, right? If you have done the programming in C or C++, you must have seen that function. And fortunately, we have pretty much same function over here, which is printf. And for that, we need to use the printf library, which has this macro @printf. So let me write my name over here. So what I've done is I have just imported or used the library. Since I don't want the printf to be a prefix to every method that I will be writing, I'm using the keyword using printf. That means once I'm writing using that, I can write all the macros which are present within the printf, okay, print format. So once I do that, I have created a new string with my name, and I would just ask you one question, that if I execute this, it will write or it will print my name. What do I need to do so that it is not printing my name? And remember, it can be an interview question. All right. So just to answer it, and if you have figured it out, very good. But if you have not, just write the semicolon. For beginners, it is very, very important to know the basics. And these are the things which get asked into the interview. All right, let's execute. It will not return my name, but just create a variable with my name. Now to print my name, just to say hello, what I need to do, I need to write the @ and then printf. The difference between this printf and this printf, as you can observe, the P here in small letters, here the P in caps. All right, so @printf hello, since it is a string, %s, okay, comma name, hello Abhishek, right? You can format or you can write as many words as you want as per your need into the as per your need of the program. Another thing is, since this is the output which will be considered as the object output, what if we want a string? That means you have a double quotation at the start, at the end, so that it is a string, a pure string based output. So for that, what you need to do is, instead of printf, you need to write s printf, right, which is basically printing the string. Hello %s and then the name, right? And the difference, as you could clearly see, it's a clear string based output. Okay, now what if you need to write or print the character? For example, sometimes there are characters like ch equals to, I just have I, right? So I is something which is over here as part of character. As you can see, it's in a single quotation, and to print this, I need to write printf and %c and then comma ch. So remember, sometimes we get confused that this is a string. So this is not a string. This is a character format, and we need to write it. We need to use %c instead of %s, right? Now let's see some of the variables. For example, we have variable x and the value is 100, and I want to print it @printf, the value of x. Value of x is %d. D is used for integers. So once we write it, it will say value of x is 100. If I have, let's say y is my float, is 100.5 or 50, I have the float value. So what I can do is, I can simply say @printf, and in that, value of y is %f. that means float value, and y. Value of y is 100.5. So this way you have the options to write the different types of numbers, strings, and all of those values. The only difference you would see is we have written 100.5 or 100.50, but it has given a lots of zeros to us, and that too after 0.5. Nobody likes that. So how to restrict it? Well, you can with printf, and the value of y is percentage 0.2f. That's it. That means we are indicating after the decimal we need only two values, because that's what we are bothered about. So 100.50, 0.2 if you need 3, then 0.3 if you need 0.4, 0.4, so on and so forth. All right. Sometimes when you are working with the scientific programming, you may need to have, or you may have a need to convert a value into a scientific notation. So for example, I have a value of z. Let's say the value of z is 24683417896 something. I'm just making it up, and I want to convert it into a scientific sort of a notation where I want after the decimal only 3 values. Okay, so percentage e is something which I need to write over here, not here, open, percentage e comma z. So right now I'm not writing any dot notation to have a decimal value. So what it will do is it will create 2.4368, right? But if I need only 3 value after the decimal, so I can write 0.3 and I will get 468 only. So just I wanted to show you both the values or both the things. So this is how you can convert a value into a scientific notation if that is what you are looking for. So that's about how you can format a lot of different values like character, string, integer format, scientific notation, and print it in the Julia. Many times we require it. So that's about it, and you can look for the documentation if you want to go more in depth into it, but this is just to give you almost like 99% of the time what you would really encounter printing formatted integers, string, characters, float values, or scientific notations. And now I will meet you in the next video.